Living from the inside out. Again, we're programmed to live from the outside in. We are programmed to live from the outside in. That programming causes us to become the victim of our outside world. We should observe and be aware of what is going on in our outside world, of course, but be capable of creating and maintaining our own experience, because our experience is an inward process. We are only aware of what's happening within ourselves. And if we aren't in control of that, what or who is? So again, we should be able to observe what's happening, be that observer of knowing what's happening in our outside world, but be capable, have the inner tools and the inner resources of creating and maintaining our own experience regardless of what's happening. When you look at your results, okay, so this is how it is. When you look at your results and you let the results register in your mind, the results cause you to think. Let's just stay right here at that first sentence. So think about your life. When you look at your results in your outside world, say when you look at the results when it comes to your finances, when you look at your results when it comes to your health, when you look at your results when it comes to your relationships, when you look at your results and it comes to your career, thriving, right, struggling, in any area. When you look at your results and you let the results register in your mind, you're like, wow, look at the results. They cause you to think. If we look in the mirror and we're like, ooh, I look pretty good. I've been, eating pretty healthy, and it makes us think, wow, I'm doing good. I feel great. This is amazing. This diet thing really works, or whatever. When we look at our results, it registers in our mind and it causes us to think, okay? Good or bad, it could be the opposite. We look at my bank account and I say, oh my gosh, here we go again. Here's another month. I don't have enough money. It causes us to think, I'm such a loser. Why can't I get my crap together? Okay. So when we look at our results, they register in our mind and it causes us to think. The thinking produces feelings, and the feeling causes the action, and the action produces the result, the same result. So the second part here, the thinking produces the feeling. So in the first one, I look great. Oh my God, this is so amazing. This thing I've been on is really working. I feel great. It makes me feel great. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel happy. The second example with the bank account, I look at my bank account, there's not enough money. Oh, I have thoughts of, God, you're such a loser. Why can't you ever save money? Carla, why can't you manage your money better? It makes me feel frustrated, worried, fearful, angry at myself, right? Ashamed. Those are the feelings that accompany it. And as we've learned in the past lessons on the mind, we think, we feel, we act. So if we're feeling those ways, it causes us to act a certain way. And then what happens when we act? We get certain results. So if we're acting from a certain energy, that's the results we're getting. We're attracting it to us. The way we feel attracts more of that feeling, okay? So if thoughts create the feeling, feeling creates the results, it all starts with thinking. What are we thinking about it? So this is precisely why the majority of the population keep getting the same results year after year. So if we are on this loop, we continue to let, and it could be good or bad, y'all, hear me on this. So living from the outside in, which most of us are programmed, we don't even know there's another way, meaning we let the outside circumstances dictate how we feel and think. That is a Russian roulette. It could be good or bad. So this is an example I like to use. I'm going to stop share real quick. Say you are planning a beautiful party, a picnic outside, and it's on the weekend and the weather is amazing all week, and it's Saturday morning, the day of your party, and you wake up and you open the curtains and it's dark and rainy in the middle of summer, and you're like, what the actual doo-doo? And we think, oh, of course this happens to me. Oh, are you joking, Mother Nature? What bad luck. This is karma. We have all these thoughts. How does it make us feel? Pissed, disappointed, frustrated. And then we take that energy into our day and it usually doesn't go well. However, we can open up the curtains and it can be a beautiful day. Oh, just my luck. Thank you. The gods are on my side. You know what? I'm just a lucky person. Everything works out for me. Of course, I picked the perfect day for my party. Everything's wonderful. We feel fabulous. The day goes as planned. Same party, two different outside circumstances that we react to differently. That is living from the outside in. Depending on the weather, then it'll dictate. So this is what we do every day. We wake up and we decide what kind of day it's going to be after we've seen the weather. We decide what kind of day it's going to be after how we feel in the morning. When we look in the mirror, it's like, we know, it's like, oh, this is a good skin day. And then we decide how we're going to feel. Oh, I look funky today. There goes our day. We stub our toe. It's like, it's so cliche, but remember, cliches are cliches because they're true. They're just repeated to nauseam. When people say, oh, that's so cliche, why are cliches cliches? Because they're so common and they're so repetitive, because they're the truth. So when we live from the outside in, we are truly allowing, we are waiting to see what the weather is. It could be the actual weather. It could be, oh, we're going to walk into work and see how the boss is acting today. Or like when we walk into our house or we go to a party with a family gathering. Oh, is Uncle Joe going to be a jerk today? It's like we are letting other people tell us how we're going to feel. We don't think that consciously, but that's what we do all the time. So whether it be coworkers, managers, bosses, the person in front of you in the line at the grocery store, driving on the highway, are we allowing anything or anybody dictate how we feel? Are we human? Are we going to have certain emotions? Absolutely. But are we going to catch them if they're not something that we want to emotionally entertain? Yes, that's what we're learning here. So when we live from the outside in, it's a Russian roulette. It could be good, it could be bad, but are we going to take that chance? No, we are going to start living from the inside out. Let's go ahead and continue here. All right, so we struggle because we continue to live this way. Here's an example. We take the present results here at the top, step 1. What's happening right now? We open our eyeballs in this 3D world, we look in the mirror and we see the reflection, present results, which causes us to think. It causes thoughts, good or bad. The present results causes thoughts. Then those thoughts cause feelings. Those feelings cause actions. And those actions cause our present results. This is living from the outside in, as we just discussed. Now, we're going to flip it. We're not going to start with focusing on what's outside of us. We're going to focus on the inside. We are going to start with our own thoughts and ideas. And that's truly what we're doing in this whole class. It's a mindset reset. We are resetting the starting point. We're starting with our own thoughts and our own ideas. We're choosing them. We choose. Before we even open our eyeballs in the morning, today will be a good day. I have decided, regardless of how things pan out, I don't care what the weather is today. Today's going to be a good day. Okay? We start with our thoughts and ideas. I don't care if I look funky today. I am beautiful and I'm doing my best. I don't care what the bank account says. I am working hard and I always, show up and make sure I can pay my bills. We start with our own thoughts and ideas, which causes us feelings. If we are choosing right thoughts and ideas, obviously it takes work. It's easy though, right? When we get on this train, we choose our own thoughts and ideas about any area of life, which are going to be positive. And so only positive feelings can come from that, which only positive actions can come from that, which only positive results can come from that, which produce new thoughts and ideas. So this is a cycle that you can always depend on, no matter what's happening outside. So the difference is, in this first one, step 1 is, okay, present results. Well, let me see how the weather is. Let me see how many people are going. Who's going to be at the party? How's my boss's mood today? Which causes thoughts, feelings. It could be good or bad. The boss can be in a good mood. Okay, great. Present results, boss is in a good mood. Okay, great. I'm in a good mood too. Boss is in a bad mood. Oh, there we go. There's a day. Shitty, shitty, bang, bang, right? This is what we're doing. We're not even paying attention. That's when people say, deny the outside world. People truly think that people are delusional. And there's a lot of my younger clients, my therapy clients, they use the word delulu. They're like, you need to be a little delulu to let your dreams come true. It's the truth. But what people call delusional is actual reality. I would really challenge anybody who doesn't think 98%, the majority of the population right now, is absolutely emotionally belligerent, unhinged, angry, anxious, depressed. I mean, Minta, you know all about this. Hell, I mean, we have front row seats. It's not funny. And people, when we try to choose our own thoughts and ideas, say, for example, this is an example back in 2020 when everything shut down. I had front row seats, right? I was a person in that, obviously in America, and I helped a lot of people that were here. It was like night and day working with people. Some people thrived. Some people just went and tanked. It was truly tragic. But what was the difference? Door number one, people who were saying, oh, COVID, oh, the shot, oh, whatever. All right, I had both sides of the aisle, and I don't judge anybody, right? Like, I'm beyond that point. But they were letting whatever was happening totally dictate their results, how they thought. And it was usually very negative. They were a mess. They were going downtown, and they could have been right. Actually, they were right because whatever they believed is right for them in their world, right? Was it truth with a capital T? No, nobody's is. We all live in our own worlds. So for an example like that, a few years ago, people were allowing present results, what other people were doing, what their neighborhoods were doing, blah, blah, blah. They were living from the outside in. They were being dictated by the evening news, by social media. My goodness. It was some of the most, I don't have to go there, right? We all were there. As opposed to people who chose their own thoughts and ideas. They did not listen to the outside world. They did what was best for them and their families. Those are the people that were at peace. Those are the people that thrived. Those are the people that started new businesses and said, hey, look, people are really struggling. How can I serve? How can I help? That's when most businesses started. But it couldn't happen if they weren't in control of their own thoughts, ideas, and emotions. So this is going to be the goal. Living from the inside out. Starting with our own thoughts and ideas. Not starting with the outside present results.